Which of the following statements are true regarding the duties and limitations of a notary public in New York State? Well, let's have a look at the three statements and determine which one of these, if any, are true. Statement 1 states, a notary public may take an acknowledgement over the telephone if they have satisfactory evidence of the identity of the person. Well, is this true? Let's look at the definition of acknowledgements found in the definitions and general terms section of the Notary Public License Law booklet, and it states right at the top of this paragraph that taking acknowledgements over the telephone is illegal and a notary public is guilty of a misdemeanor in so acting. So there are no provisions for allowing for acknowledgements to be taken over the phone, even if there's satisfactory evidence of the identity of the person. Therefore, statement 1 is not true, and we could put an X next to it. Statement 2 states, a notary public must not take an acknowledgement unless the person making it is personally present before the notary. Well, this is true by virtue of what I read from before, that it must be done in person and not over the telephone, and therefore we can mark statement 2 as being correct. Statement 3 states, a notary public who knowingly makes a false certificate of acknowledgement is guilty of forgery in the second degree. Well, going back to the definition of acknowledgements, as I mentioned before, we can go to the bottom paragraph here that states fraudulent certificates of acknowledgement, and it states, a notary public who knowingly makes a false certificate that a deed or other written instrument was acknowledged by a party thereto is guilty of forgery in the second degree. So, indeed, statement 3 is true, and we can put a check mark next to it as well. And now let's look at the four choices to determine the solution. Again, we're looking for which of the three above statements is true. And we've marked statements 2 and 3 as true, and 1 is not true. So choice A states 1 and 2 only are true. This is incorrect because statement 1 is actually not true. We can therefore eliminate choice A. Choice B states 2 and 3 only. Well, this is the correct solution based on what I detailed before, but to be in the habit of looking at all four choices, let's have a look at choices C and D. Choice C states 1 and 3 only. This is not our solution because 1 is actually not true, and not only is 3 true, but also 2 is. Therefore, we could eliminate choice C. And finally, choice D states 1, 2, and 3. This is incorrect because 1 is not a true statement. Therefore, we could eliminate choice D, which indeed leaves choice B, 2 and 3 only, as the correct solution.